Hello everyone and welcome to my true crime channel. I hope you're all well and having a great day. Today I want to talk about something that DonWells said on the Dr. Phil show, and what he said raised a huge red flag for me. Red flags are flying yet again for Mr. DonWells. So what Don said on Dr. Phil was that June the 15th, 2021 was just a normal day. Just a normal day. The day his daughter disappeared, the day his 5-year-old daughter SummerWells disappeared was just a normal day. Now, yes, you could say the day started off normal, but when looking back on it, when reminiscing, when recalling the memory of that day, most people, especially parents of a missing child, wouldn't remember the day as normal, in my opinion. So to me, analysing that statement from Don, I saw a huge red flag because it really wasn't a normal day. It was anything but normal. It was extremely abnormal and not normal. What I want to do today, guys, is compare something that Don said, what I've just highlighted to you on the Dr. Phil show about it being an extremely normal day, and something Candace said with Chris McDonough from the interview room when Chris interviewed Candace at the family home. Candace said to Chris during that interview, and then we were just doing normal stuff around the house like we normally do.
When Candace said the end of that first sentence, we were just doing normal stuff,
she went like that. I mean, when you're discussing something that's normal, would you do that? In my humble opinion, guys, when you're discussing something that's normal, you wouldn't throw your arms out like that to emphasise it being normal. That shows to me it was anything but normal, and that is extremely odd body language from Candace. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is play you a snippet of Don on the Dr. Phil show where he says it was just a normal day, so you can hear it for yourself. And then I'm going to play you a clip of Candace with Chris McDonough where she says we were just doing normal stuff around the house like we normally do.
June 15th, 2021, it was just a normal day. I called my wife and she was getting her mother's prescription, so I decided just to go ahead and work late.
And then Mom, she took her stuff to her house, put her stuff away.
Okay.
And then, of course, me and Summer went back over, put our stuff away.
Okay. You went back in?
Yeah, me and Summer went back in the house. And then we were just doing normal stuff.
Okay.
Around the house like we normally do. And I come out, Mom was sitting there at the time I come out, and I'm standing here.
Okay.
I was like, what are you doing? What are you staring at? She's like, these plants, I gotta get them transplanted.
June 15th, 2021, it was just a normal day. I called my wife and she was getting her mother's prescription.
You went back in?
Yeah, me and Summer went back in the house. And then we were just doing normal stuff.
Okay.
Around the house like we normally do.
June 15th, 2021, it was just a normal day.
And then we were just doing normal stuff.
Okay.
Around the house like we normally do.
That day was anything but normal, so why both of SummerWells' parents need to convince us that it was just a normal day is very weird.
Something else that has always stuck out for me of this footage of Candace, where she's saying about it being a normal day where she did normal things, is that if you look closely, Candace takes off her baseball cap, scratches her head, and puts her baseball cap back on. I found that quite weird because normally that is a body language sign of confusion. It could be that Candace was doubting what she was saying, she wasn't completely certain in what she said to Chris, and it can also be an indication of lying. So along with Candace trying to convince us that it was such a normal day where she did normal things, she also scratches her head, which seems to me to indicate she's uncertain of what she's saying, or perhaps she was lying.
Yeah, me and Summer went back in the house. And then we were just doing normal stuff.
You went back in?
Yeah, me and Summer went back in the house. And then we were just doing normal stuff.
Okay.
Around the house like we normally do.
I find it extremely weird that SummerWells' parents both feel the need to convince the general public that it was just a normal day, when we all know it was anything but a normal day. What do you think about this, guys? Do you find this abnormal? Because I really do find it abnormal. Often when statements are analysed by people in police departments, if someone is trying to convince of normality, it tends to signal that whatever the circumstances were of the crime that they're being questioned about, it wasn't normal, it was anything but normal, and the person saying that it was normal says that in order to convince that it was just a normal day. There really isn't any need to say that it was a normal day, especially like I said earlier, when looking back and reflecting upon June the 15th. In my opinion, Don and Candace should not look back on that day as a normal day because it turned out to be anything but normal. So I've got to be honest, guys, I always found Candace's interview with Chris McDonough quite strange. A lot of people felt differently about Candace after watching the interview because she seemed very open. She did discuss most things with Chris. Admittedly, she wouldn't let Chris look in one of Don's sheds, which I always found very strange. And along with this statement about it being just a normal day and having to throw your arms out when emphasising normal, to me, as a statement analyst, is extremely concerning, extremely worrying, a massive red flag. Why do Don and Candace need to convince us that it was just a normal day when we all know fully well it was anything but a normal day? So generally speaking, whenever I've heard Candace and Don talk, I do see red flags. Admittedly, at the moment, there are more red flags for Candace than there are for Don. All of this cornbread mafia weirdness from the Dr. Phil show has really left me thinking, what does Candace know about any local mafia in Tennessee, whether they're actually called the cornbread mafia or not, as I don't believe the local mafia to Tennessee are called the cornbread mafia, as it would seem that these people, the cornbread mafia, were actually from Kentucky. There have been some other extremely weird and concerning things that I've heard DonWells say in recent times on YouTube, on some of the live videos that I've seen him do. I have a couple of other videos that I want to make off the back of that, and as I said, I will be getting these videos out to you guys next week. So this isn't the first time I've heard the parent of a missing child claim that it was just a normal day, when we all know it really wasn't a normal day. It is always concerning, it is always a worry to me when I hear a parent having to really convince the public of the normality of the day that their child disappeared, when to any normal person, your child disappearing would probably be the most abnormal day of your entire life. So please share your thoughts and views with me, guys, on this. Just to say, when Don said about it being a normal day on the 15th of June 2021, it was towards the very start of the second episode of Dr. Phil, and also Candace mentioning about it being a normal day where they just did normal things was on a video with Chris McDonough. I will put links for both of the videos and the approximate timestamps of where these things are said in the description of my video. Please share your thoughts and views with me, guys. Pop your comments below. Let me know what you think about this. Did you catch Don saying that? And like me, did you think, wow, it really wasn't a normal day, so why the hell are you trying to convince us that it was? Well, anyway, guys, I hope you're all well. I hope you're all taking care of one another. And as usual, I'm going to be back with you all very soon for another true crime video. Bye for now.